What's good? I've always had this philosophy when it comes to working on cars, and it's while you're there. So you're probably thinking, while you're there, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, this is what I'm talking about. See, my pickup here has to go through inspection, and this running light's out right here. All four are supposed to light up. This right here is a perfect example of the while you're there philosophy. And I know it sounds crazy because, you know, just what we're about to do is pretty easy, but there are situations much bigger than this where while you're there might pay off. Did you see that? Fuck yeah. So I wasted a whole 10 seconds of my life doing some tests here, and this bulb needs to be replaced. But while I'm there, I'm going to replace this one too. So I got a pair of bulbs, they're both going in. So you're probably thinking, why would you replace a light bulb that works? Well, here's the thing. They're both probably the same age. I've gone through the trouble of taking this lens out. I'm already there. While I'm there, I'm just going to put both bulbs in. Well, see, in this case, yeah, I just took 2 screws out to get to these bulbs, but in some cases, getting to that shit isn't that easy. I tell customers this too. It's like, you've already brought the car in. I've already taken this out. There's 3 light bulbs that all turn on simultaneously and are lit for the same amount of time. While you're there, why not just replace all 3 of them? And then they make me out to be like a light bulb salesman. You know what I mean? I don't know. Because those bulbs have been on the same amount of time. They have the same amount of hours pretty much. This is like $4 at Walmart for a 2-pack of long lives. So I'm here. I've already got bulbs. I've already got the screwdriver out. I've already got a little bit of dirt running down my fucking finger. So while I'm here, I'm going to take this one out and replace these bulbs too. It's not like I woke up today and said, you know what? I want to put 4 light bulbs in my truck today. I mean, I needed one. While I was there, I just replaced all the front parking light bulbs. And I shouldn't have to mess with it again for another forever. Light bulbs in particular, I see that shit all the time. Maybe today I replace this one, and then a week from now, this one goes out. See, people be like, well, why would I replace it if the light bulb's out? Because while you're there, just fucking do it. Don't be a fucking paducey. Another case would be, let's just say you just change the oil in the truck or whatever. You know, while you're there, look at all the other fluids and shit. You know what I mean? Another example of while you're there, if you ever have the grill off for any reason, get a stiff brush, a little bit of water, knock all the bugs off this fucking condenser. Those bugs, they decompose right there on your condenser, and the acids or whatever from it will eat right through that metal condenser and cause your AC not to work. Be leaking out the condenser. In fact, I don't give a fuck what anybody says, because I probably fix more air conditioners than most people you know put together. This is the #2 cause of condenser failure, is actually bugs. So if I have the grill off, whether it's mine, one of my customers, or a customer at work, I'm going to knock all the bugs off of it. And while you're there, you can hit the power steering cooler on the Trailblazers. One's right under there. You can go down here in through this. A good angular brush helps. Knock all that bugs and shit off your power steering cooler too. If I took this off just to say get this headlight out or something, while I'm there, I'm just going to knock all the bugs off. I didn't plan on it, but I'm already there. I mean, there's a lot of cases of while you're there that I can't really show right now, but I'll just talk about them. Maybe you'll get what I'm getting at. Perfect example is here at the firewall. This is a 98 Chevy pickup. So up top here, you have these air conditioning lines that go into the AC evaporator. Down here, you've got the lines that go into the heater core. So both of those sets of lines, they go into this box, which is behind the dash here. So a lot of times what I have to do at work is, let's just say that the AC evaporator is leaking. I've got to take this dash out. I've got to take this box out. I have to disassemble the box and pull out the AC evaporator, put a new evaporator in. But my thing is, while you're there, replace the heater core too. Because I think this pays like 4 hours to do, to pull this dash out and pull all that apart. 4 hours labor at just say $80 an hour at work, you know, that's 320 bucks that you may very well have to pay again if the heater core leaks. It could leak tomorrow, it could leak 10 years from now. But the point is sometimes while you're there really pays off, you know what I mean? I've seen it plenty of times both ways, whether the heater core is leaking or the evaporator's leaking. We go in there and we're paid just to replace the leaking component. And whether it's 2 months, 2 years, 2 months, whatever, it's back with the other thing leaking. And then the customer is forced to pay the same labor again because, long story short, you're basically doing the same job. I mean, it would suck, you know, if this thing needed an evaporator, even in my personal vehicle, you know, if I'm taking all that crap apart, well, while I'm there, I'm putting in the heater core. Even if it's another 150 bucks, just say. BFD, I'm already there, everything's apart, it's getting a new heater core, and I'm not going back in that bitch again for another, whatever, 5, 7, 10 years. So, I mean, while you're there can be used in many, many different, you know, automotive projects. Lights being the most important one. Tag lights, oh, we get that shit all the time, you know. We'll just put one bulb in. While you're there, why don't you just put both? Nope, I only want the one. And a lot of times in the clusters, you know, I have to take them apart because the bulb's out. And I will just go through and just replace all the bulbs. There's no point of doing just one. Like I said, while you're there can go so many different directions. If you're the type of person that rotates the tires, well, while you're there, look at the brakes. Everybody knows that one. Unless you're like me and you don't rotate the tires because you think it's a complete waste of fucking time. I don't rotate tires. I'm not going to make a video on that because that'll probably change the automotive service industry when people think that there's actually a technician that doesn't rotate tires because he thinks it's a waste of money. I can prove it too. One thing I don't do on while you're there is a lot of people in the Trailblazer forums, you know, they say if you have a PO128 and you need a new thermostat, that when you take the alternator out and you're right there to do the thermostat, well, while you're there, replace the coolant temperature sensor. I don't do that. I don't believe in that. I guess they see people taking all that stuff apart and they're just suggesting that, you know, you don't want to turn around 2 months from now and have to do it all again because now the temperature sensor's crapped out. I don't know, I guess I wanted people to hear that from me, you know. While you're there and you're already fucking wasting your time fixing your car and you're right there, knock something else out that's either in need of repair or it's inevitable, like light bulbs. Anyway, sorry for the off topic, I guess, not really Trailblazer related or whatever, but you know, just something I wanted to throw out there. And I don't know which way this is going to go because here's the deal. Well, what's coming up next? Not 100% sure. See, I got to do brakes on my Trailblazer soon. And I don't want to like have to explain what every tool that I'm using does. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make a video just of my disc brake tools. This is just stuff that you guys can afford, go out and get, which you should have. That's going to cover everything that you need to do a front brake service on the Trailblazer. So I think that's what's going to be coming next. So stay tuned because coming up next, disc brake tools. I guess that's volume 4. Technically it's the Dynasty, but we're going to call it volume 4 anyway. As always, if you like what you see, subscribe to my shit. I'm sure that anybody at home can look through that hole right there where I'm sitting and see their power steering cooler. You feel me? Like, bro?
That's what you get.
Damn bright. Damn bright. You imagine having that job? Being a turn signal operator. What?
Just trying to make sure, because we're losing light.
This isn't some damn Hollywood production where the lighting's got to be perfect and, you know, I have to put on my plastic smile and my clean fingernails and clean shaven, Richie Cunningham motherfucker. No, this is as real as it gets. It is as real as it gets. There's no production, there's no, you know, sales pitch for specific things, unless it's genuine, like OEM parts, when they should really be used. It's reality. It's the future of auto repair. Nothing that's on TV right now can fuck with what me and some other guys on the internet are doing, and that's for real. I know a lot of people don't agree with my style or whatever, but we're all doing the same thing.